Yes! Look, Doom Eternal is one of the most complicated FPS games ever made, and of course, it was going to have a long tail because of that. Now, I've been playing Doom Eternal for a long time, and in all that time, I haven't improved in the least. I am horrible at this game, but my god, is it still so fun and satisfying to play. And it all comes down to the systems. You ever wonder why there's never been an FPS like it before, or one after? Well, it's because the systems are so difficult to get right, and there's a ton of them going on right here. You got the litany of weapon mods, you've got the environmental effects, and of course, you've got the enemy dynamics themselves, which are always going to keep you on your toes, even if you've been playing this game since it came out. And that's what makes it so timeless, is that there's no wrong way to play it. Now, when the game first came out, everyone thought there was an optimal way to play it, right? Oh, you gotta do it the way the developers want. You hit the weak points, you do a lot of weapon swapping. That's the right way to play Doom Eternal. Absolutely not the case. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't like weapon switching. I'll just go in there with some random weapon, screw everybody over, and have a ton of fun in the process, because that's what Doom Eternal is all about.
Delicious!
Doom Eternal does not adapt to you. You adapt to Doom Eternal. But even on the lower difficulty settings, it is hard as hell. It's all about constant gang fucking. You gotta be fucked in every hole, and afterwards, you gotta discover new holes that you didn't even know you had. But there's one aspect of the game that's long been neglected, and that's the sound design. Just listen to the soundscape. The meaty metallic crunch of those weapons, the animalic otherworldly screams of those demons, those environmental effects, and how everything echoes around you with this cold resonance. Oh my god! The best way to play Doom Eternal is with the music off. The soundtrack is great, don't get me wrong, but it washes out a lot of those great subtle nuances that you would only get by listening to just the sounds themselves, just the environment. Just let it wrap around you, let yourself become immersed inside of it. I promise you, it'll be a much more fulfilling experience. These are complicated, layered soundscapes that had a lot of love put into them, and nobody cared about them when they came out. Nobody cares about them now. I would say it's a 99% perfect game. The only two foibles that I have are your punch is completely useless. I understand it's a stagger move, but come on, like, after 3 of them, I should be able to kill a basic zombie. That's ridiculous. There's bits of exploration that seem like you can go into them, but you can't really go into them. Like this part right here, where you can go under buildings, you can go under all sorts of things before in other levels, but in this one, you're just not allowed to do this, and this happens all the time. These random invisible walls, or rather death pits, where you think you'd be able to explore it. In fact, the game encourages you to explore it in other levels, but in this one, it just kills you. I don't know what that's about. It's still just as good, if not better, with all the balancing, tweaks, and fixes that they had throughout the years. I'd be hard-pressed to find a modern FPS game that has as much polish, love, and attention put into this, let alone the amount of replayability. This game is aged like wine, and it's $3. Why not?